And your parents, the true parents you had then and now, but then the true parents were, the parents who are humiliated, the parents who are going through sufferings, and not its original form of true parents you have had.
자, 이제부터는 참된 부모로서의 설 수 있는 때가 왔다. 영광의 부모를 맞을 수 있는 때가 왔다.
Now you are running into the time where you can restore, you can refine the true parents as a glorious true parents. He become the glorious, you will be too. That related true parents you're about to find.
또 그러면 모든 국가라든가 모든 것이 원수요 형제라는 관념을 도저히 가릴 수 없다. 트루가 사람은 트루 페렌츠를 알기 때문에 영광 가운데 영광 글로리어스 갓 글로리어스 트루 페렌츠를 알기 때문에 글로리어스 브라더스를 가질 수 있다.
So since you have the glorious God and glorious true parents, now for the first time you can have a glorious neighboring countries, glorious brothers and sisters. Like so far the brother country, the sister country were all enemy countries, the neighboring countries.
더구나 이 서구 사회는 전부 다 백인끼리 원수가 원수인데 지금 뭐냐면 아시아하고 백인 사회에 흑인하고 아시아하고 해볼 수 있는 그런 초인종적 시대에 들어왔던 거지. 그 영광의 형제지 인원을 주장할 수 있는 거예요.
Only a few years ago, the neighboring countries were enemy country, very dead enemy, just like in the case of Europe. But now the time has changed that even the Asian people and the African people can claim each other. They are true brothers. The time has changed that much. Do you understand? The time has come. It's our threshold.
하나님 나라요 하나님 나라의 일을 위해서 반대할 때 섰지만은 앞으로 우리가 맞이할 나라는 환영의 나라로 등장한다.
So far, the country we have met was a country that much regret is remaining. They persecuted us. They made us suffer. They just did impossible things to us. That kind of country. But from the country that we're going to meet from now on, the country that are going to welcome us, that are going to welcome God and parents.
한 나라를 중상으로 그것이 여실히 지금 증거될 수 있는 자들. 영국이 한 나라 전체가 환영 나라는 세계가 같은.
And we can see that what small things that's showing in England. We see no sign of persecution. We see every sign of possibility of they understanding the dispensation, and then they welcoming you. When the whole country welcome Father, then this will be a really historical event.
자, 너들 말이야. 너들과 생각해보면 너들만 전부 다 선생님이야. 너희들이 전부 다 말씀 듣고 돌아가시면 전 세계 사람은 3주일 안에 3주 동안에 전부 돌아간다는 말이 없습니다.
Actually, we can place ourselves in a very humble way that we are not the best ones in the world. In fact, in a way, we're the worst ones in the world. When the worst ones in the world has understand the dispensation and Father this much, then the rest of the world, in 3 weeks, maybe they will understand the whole thing.
그래서
Do you understand?
우리 3주일 동안 이 텔스타일 중상과 인공유술 중상해가지고 전 세계의 40억 인류가 3주일 수련회 한다 생각해보라고.
Imagine that centering around the Tarrytown, the whole mankind is going through the 3 weeks of through Telestar, the television and through Telestar, the artificial the orbiting through the relay station, the television, through television. Every man in the world is going 3 weeks of the training session. Unification Church. Just imagine that. Sending around the Tarrytown to send out the broadcasting. And everyone is going through a three weeks of a workshop for Unification Church. How can you imagine that?
절반이 들어갔나 3분의 2가 들어갔나?
Out of that, how many do you think will become a member? Maybe half or 1/3?
여기서 말하면 80%가 된다는데 80%가 수련만 받으면 한 줄만 받아도 되는데 성질은 80%는 문제 없다고 말이야.
Here in England, everyone that goes to the workshop, 1/3, 80% become a member in a week. So if you give a 3 weeks training session instead of 1 week, that means 100% can turn around.
세계 평화가 세계 하나나라가 이런 것이 어려운 거야 쉬운 거야?
The world peace, Is that the easy or the world peace and the world become on the one country? Do you think it can be relatively easily done, or it's impossible to do? And this is not only imagination, but when we project from what we have today, what has been happening in the last few days, and then we project this into the future, few years to come, what's happening, it's really visible.
자,
Not
그래서 일렉트로닉 미디어 처치를 만들라고 해요.
So the father has set up an electronic media church through the radio, through television, reaching out to the heart of the people.
자, 그때 통일교 우리 전도하자. 그때 있을 때 전도를
When that day comes in soon, then you'll say, well, I will witness then. Can you say that? Do you think a witnessing chance is there at that time too?
오늘 연구해서 더 아투도하다 방문하면서 뭐 이래가지고 뭐 통일교 나와서 워크샵에 이거 있을 것 같아.
Do you think then you have to go door door for London and say, please come to workshop and try to explain what God's heart is, and by you suffering? Do you think there's more opportunity like that? When that day comes, then we don't have that opportunity.
자, 그런 때가 너도 어떻게 한다? 선생님이 이렇게 런던 때 이렇게 40개 돼서 이거 사진 찍는 수도 있을 거야. 전부 다 역사에 나오는데 이렇게 영광의 출전이라고 말하는 그 자리에 40개 등장했는데 그때 출전은 내가 그때 나 그때 앞으로 자랑하나 나는.
Then when that day comes, then everybody is reached out through television and radio about divine principle, about Father, about Unification Church. Then at that day you will say, well, I was on the Sunday morning, and the 1st of August, Father gave us talk, the glorious sortie. I was there, and I gave out the names of 40 countries that day. Would you say that?
Yes. 그럴 때 아무것도 그때 뭘 했어? 그 참석해서 뭘 했어? 그냥 참석하고 그냥 돌아왔어. 그럴 거야. 선생님이 이렇게 하는데 그걸 다 하고 나 이랬다. 선생님이 하는 대로 했다. 이러고 그러고 돌아갈 거야. 어떻게?
Then the people will ask you questions. Oh, you were there. What did you do? Then you say, well, I just was there. I just was there. Are you going to say that? And then I got really excited that day, and I really saw the clear image of the future to come. And then when Father ordered us that, and I really engraved it into my mind, and from that time on, for the rest of the days staying in London, I really worked hard, and I can really say that with a clear conscience. You proudly speak about yourself to your relatives and to your neighbors. Would you rather do that?
Yes. 너희들 조상들이 말이야. 너희들 처음부터 사진 찍어가지고 어디 갔다 모시가 남 모시가 나. 우리 아무 때 우리가
And then your countrymen and your relatives, they must be proud of something. So they will take your picture. And then they will display that and say, here is my so-and-so, my brother or my sister, my so-and-so, who has done the work in London. And it's my pride, you know. Will they say that, or will they not do that?
Yeah, now you are became moon. At that time you are became sun, you know?
Now you're called the Moony, but at that time you will be the Sunny. No longer Moony.
너 그때 문이가 될래, 선이가 될래?
Would you rather remain as Moony at that time and no picture up here because they have nothing to be proud of yourself? Or are you going to be a Sunny and have your picture taken and be displayed in your country? Then you're Sunny.
선이하고 문이하고 뭐 달라?
What's the difference between Sunny and Moony?
문이는 명령받아가지고 반사 빛을 받아가지고 빛을 들여서 명령받아 움직이는 거요. 선이는 빛 안 받더라도 나 혼자 독자적으로 빛하는 것이 문이다. 그러니까 전부 다 자기 혼처치 만들어가지고 빛내라는 거예요.
The Moonies are just the reflecting body. You know, you have no shine. Just the sun shines and then moon just reflects, and you will just reflect you just follow the order of somebody else. But once you become sunny, you have your own light. You don't have to reflect anybody else. You yourself is the initiating body. You are the sun, not the moon.
Yeah, do you want to
Mooney.
become sunny or moony? Yeah. Sunny, sunny. Yeah, sunny has illuminate, you know.
Sun has illuminating power. It lightens people. It gives out light.
그래, 너 빛 갖고 있어?
Do you have a light of your own?
눈을 봐서 눈이 비치나? 비치나?
And when somebody look at your eyes and there's a eye, the shining, the ray coming out of your eyes,
얼굴 봐도 그래?
and when they see your face and your face is beaming out,
걷는 거 봐도 그래?
when people see you walk, then there's you walk like a body where it emits the ray. How can sun walk like that?
독창적인 그런 활동. 독창적인 활동이야.
We must have an initiating work. We have to take an initiative in working.
선생님 나한테 나타나지 마소. 선생님 하는 이상하게 할 겁니다.
Never make other people tell you what to do, and they say, Father, don't even talk to me. Don't even give me advice. I can take care of myself. I will work. We must have that confidence.
알겠어?
Do you understand?
지금 문의는 말이야. 선생님이 하라 이래라 하면 예. 그건 문의야. 선생님이 없더라도 내가 하자. 그게 써져.
When Father tells you to do something, and at that, even by encouragement, then the Moonies, they will do that, following the order. That's the Moonie. But then when you become sunny, then Father doesn't have to tell you what to do. Then you just decide yourself what to do that day. Then Father say, don't talk to me. And you go
사탄이야.
out.
이놈 사탄 어디 가네? 어디 잡으려 되는 거야. 이놈 사탄. 어디 아프리카에서 내가 간다. 오로도 내가 간다. 이게 선이야. 깜깜한데 빛을 비하는 게 선이지.
Then you would look for the difficult place, most difficult place in the earth, and then try to go there and witness there. And then there's the darkest place in the world, you go there. And then you go there and give out the sunshine. That's the sunny. And when you become sunny, you must do that. Are you going to become like that? Yes! It's a good hope you have.
태양이 왜 태양이냐? 얼마나 타고 지글지글 타기 때문에 태양.
We call sun, then why is it called sun? Because it burns and it just melts everything. It just burns and still keep burning, hot and even hotter than hot itself.
얼마나 힘들겠냐?
Imagine how difficult it is to become a sun.
너도 그래?
Are you like that?
Yes. 자, 그래 야게 되면 선이가 된데 뭐라고?
And then after you become sunny, then what are you going to become?
듣기 들었다 이놈 자식들아. 듣기 들었다.
You got all in your head now.
너 이제 한국으로서 왕하게 된 말이야. 왕이 뭐냐면 말이야. 이 셋을 통해. 이게 왕이라는 말. 진짜.
You know, the king, we spell K-I-N-G in English, but in Chinese character, in Oriental character, this is the king. This is called the Wang, and this is called king. This is king.
그게 뭐냐면 뭐냐면 formation. 뭐야?
Sunny is what?
Growth. 그래서 킹은 뭐라고?
That's what? Perfection.
그래서 그것을 전부 다 연결시켜야 된다. 하나님 땅을 전부 다 움직여야 된다.
And then you have to connect that 3 stages. Then you're the king.
그래서 그건 말은 과거도 승리요, 오늘도 승리요, 미래도 승리다.
That means the past was victorious, today is victorious, and the future is victorious also. So is the past victorious? Is your past victorious one?
지금도 승리야?
Now are you winning over the victory now?
Yes.
My father doubts.
너는 지금 무늬밖에 못해. 무늬밖에 못했다고.
At the best, still you are the Mooney now.
너는 선생님 필요하지?
Because you still need father, don't you?
내가 하나님이 필요하다 그러면 내가 킹리가 못 되는 거야. 하나님 필요하다 그러면 내가 킹리가 못 되는 거야. 또 하나님 필요하지?
Well, the same way, when father says, I need God to do the work, then father can never be a king. Same way, and you need father and you need God, don't you?
그래 뭐 어떻게 그러니까 문이지.
So you're the Mooney.
킹은 뭐냐면 하나님이 없더라도 하나님 없더라도 내가 세계를 책임지겠어.
The king will say, God, I will take care of the world if you don't come in here. If you don't have to work with me, I will make this world work.
I'll take many responsibility in the world.
And
그게
he say,
킹이야 킹.
nobody has to tell me I will assume all responsibility in the world. If you say that, then you are king.
그래서
Do you understand?
문이가 뭔지 알겠지? 문이가
You know what Mooney is?
참부모가 필요하고 하나님이 필요한 것은 문이고, 써니는 뭐냐면은 참부모가 필요 없는 것이 문이고 하나님이 필요 없으니 하나님을 대신할 수 있게 될 킹이가 된다.
So the Moonies need the father, the true parents all the time, and the God all the time. That's Mooney. But then if he becomes Sunny, then you don't need the true parents to help you, to give you track. But God, even Sunnies need God. But then if you when you become kingy, then you don't even need God. You can take place of God and do the work yourself, all by yourself.
그 무슨 말인가 해서?
Do you understand?
그래, 너도 하나님 없이 혼자 세계를 책임지겠어?
So will you be able to take responsibility over the world, not asking God come into and help you?
Yes.
너무 자식들 그거 쉬우게 뭐 예서 대답이 쉬워이.
How can you say forthright yes, straight away yes? You have to think about it and you have to make sure that you work, that you become confident.
자 그래서 영광의 출전을 했기 때문에 이제는 너들은 뭐냐? 영광의 출전을 했기 때문에 써니가 될 때 왔다 써니가. 그래서
So what Father is pointing out now, so far you've been Mooney, there's no question about that. But now you have come out to a glorious sortie, so that now you become possible to become Sunny.
그래서 무슨 말인데?
Do you understand?
그러니까 너들이 참부모 대신 되는 거야. 참부모 대신.
So according to how you make up your mind, you can start from now on to be Sunny. And how to become Sunny is that you act as in position of true parents.
그래서
Do you understand?
그 무슨 말인가 해서?
Do you understand?
마찬가지로. 선생님이 지금까지 무지에 싸워서 패자가 되자는 거 마찬가지로 너희들 어디 가든지 싸워서 패자가 되지 말래.
So like Father never lost anything, never become the loser. Like yourself, you must go everywhere and you must become victorious and you never be beaten from anywhere.
그래서 무슨 말인데?
Do you understand?
너 하나님이 지금까지 육천년 역사에서 아담 하나 재창조 역사했다고? 아담 하나 이 땅을 다시 벌어낸 것이 하나님이 지금까지 하는 일이다.
Like Father already told you a few weeks ago, that for 6,000 years, God did only one thing. That one thing is to restore Adam, just one single man, one man, one Adam, one true man, Adam, and that's how God spent 6,000 years. He did nothing except that.
자, 선생님 일대에서는 말이야, 해와도 복귀하고, 가정도 복귀하고, 종족, 민족, 국가, 세계 모든 전체 기준을 탕감할 수 있는 노릇을 했다.
In Father's one generation time, what would Adam do? The Father restored Eve, and Father restored all family. Father restored all foundation for country, and Father restored all these things in Father's only one generation time, 30 years, generation time.
세계를 묶어가지고 세계에 아벨콘을 맺었다.
And they even got all the world together and made it, prepared it as a able situation, able position.
그래서 몇년 동안 22년 동안.
And the one generation time is more specific, 21 years it took Father to do that.
금년 18년째야.
Today is the 18th year. This year is the 18th year.
21년은 할 거 다 끝났다.
And Father did that during this 18 years, what Father thought it will take for 21 years, Father did that in 18 years.
이게 쉬울 것 같아.
Do you think it is easy?
너희들이 40일 동안에 세 사람 전도하는 그거 비교할 것 같아?
Do you think you can compare that, how hard Father had to work in 18 years to do the work? Can you compare that within the 40 days of your own work and witnessing 3 people during that 40 days?
생각해보라.
Certainly more difficult in Father's 21 years than our 40 days in which time to bring 3 people.
그래서 선생님 가는 천국가 가다고 생각하지?
And all of us are here. And our purpose eventually will be, well, we hope to go, we will go to the same heaven as Father is going now, aren't we?
Yes.
그럼 자격이야 뭐. 패를 받을 수 있는 뭐 언제 선생님 말대로 한 가지를 다 해야지.
We have to then have some qualification. We have some get some credit for that. If Father tells you to do something, then we say, "Oh, Father, I did that. Just like you told me, I did that." We have to have something like that.
그러므로 말하면 지금 그러므로 말하면 너희들이 어떻게 되느냐 이게. 너희들에 있어서 참 하나님, 참 부모, 참 나라, 참 세계, 참 천불 중삼고 사랑으로 연결될 수 있는 가치. 사랑으로 하나님은 내 개인의 아버지요, 가정의 아버지요, 그다음에 나라의 아버지요, 세계의 아버지요, 하나님 땅의 아버지로 모실 수 있는 거라고 너희들이.
Then what do you become? You will become to have a the true God, and you have true parents, and you have 그다음에요.
하나님 자신을 말이야. 하나님 자신을 모인하면 내 개인적인 아버지를 모실 수 있고, 가정의 아버지를 모실 수 있고, 종족의 아버지를 모실 수 있고, 민족, 국가, 세계 모든 아버지적 하나님으로서 무슨 분야도 모실 수 있는 이런 권위를 상속합니다.
And then you will inherit that, that we can worship, we can serve, or we can treat, or we can live serving, live together. All these contents with God in the individual God, and also the God of the family, and God of the
parent, for parent, 부모를 위한 하나님이에요. 부모의 입장에서는 하나님.
the God as parents. In other words, the God is not just a God, but God is in the place of parents. In other words, He's doing He's the parents to us. We can meet God, that kind of God.
그래서 그 개인의 하나님인 동시에 개인의 아버지라고 가정의 아버지요, 종족의 아버지요, 민족의 아버지요, 국가의 아버지요, 세계의 하나나라의 아버지다 이게. 아버지.
God is not just God like many people have been thinking many thousands of years, all the religious people. But God is our Father, our parents, our father and mother Himself, and our family's father and mother, and our the country's father and mother is God Himself, and the world, and the spirit world, God is the father and mother. God is the parents of all spirit world. We are going to meet God like that, treat God like that, and serve God like that.
그렇기 때문에 하나님이 나라의 아버지로 등장할 때는 그 나라의 왕으로 등장하는 거예요. 세계의 왕으로 등장할 때 세계의 아버지로 등장하는 거예요. 마찬가지라고. 그러니까 어디든지 하나님 가운데 갈 수 있다고요. 아버지 아들 딸 되지 않으면 대통령 아들 딸 되지 않으면 대통령으로 못 가지. 마찬가지라고.
Like you, when God goes to one country, He goes there as a father of that country, as a parents of that country. And anywhere He goes, at the home or anywhere He goes as father to that place. So, As a children, you can go everywhere where Father goes, where God goes, can't you? For the president, if you want to go to the president's house, nobody can go to the president. Nobody can go to the queen's house where the queens live. Unless you become the son and daughter of the queen. If you're the family member of the queen, you can go anywhere where queen goes. Same thing. When you become like that, then when God goes everywhere, then you can go everywhere too. Do you understand?
자, 그러면 이 토일권은 뭐냐면 개인의 하나님, 개인의 가정의 하나님, 종족의 하나님, 민족의 하나님, 국가의 하나님, 세계의 하나님, 하늘 땅의 하나님, 사랑의 하나님으로 등장하는 모든 8가지 하나님이 8가지 부모의 자리에 등장한다는 거예요.
So God now is the God of an individual, God of the family, God of the clan, God of the country, and the God of the world, and the God of the spirit world, and God of the the God of the center of the love, and all that eight different center. Who is God? Then the God will appear like that,
My parent.
like he was supposed to be, and he's our parents. He's as my parents.
그래서 너희들이 지금 여기서 뭐냐면 개인 사람이 지금 살자면 개인 가정 종종하고도 이 동네를 가고 저 세계적인 저 하늘 땅을 두고 사고 이런다 그랬어요. 아버지를 모시고 참부모를 모시고 세계적으로 어디 가든지 난 부모를 따라간다 그 말이야.
So what you're doing now, wherever you go anywhere, you go wherever you go. Actually, you are following God, because He's been working on where you are working now. And in fact, sometimes he comes even now. So
아버지 또 부모로서요.
So as parents, you are going everywhere, doing work. You don't go as a servant of anybody. You go there as a parent to that country, to that home, to that individual. You must love them like a parents.
그래서
Do you understand?
그래서 무형의 하나님을 대하시는 무형의 하나님의 실체가 없으니 형태를 대하시는 것이 참부모다. 참부모는 개인적인 부모여, 가정적인 부모여, 종족적인 부모여, 민족적인 부모여, 세계적인 부모여. 영계가 가도 앞으로 참부모님 형상으로 하나님이 나타나는 거예요.
So since God does not have a body like us, and that is represented by two bodies of true parents. So the true parents are actually the true parents of an individual, and true parents of a family, true parents of a clan, true parents of the country, and then to the world and even spirit world. So in the future, how would God make his appearance? Because he has no body. Well, God makes his appearance through true parents. So wherever the true parents are, that's God. Do you understand? Do you understand how God will appeal to ourselves?
그래서 너희들은 왜 선생님 따라되려고 그러냐? 부모기 때문에 개인적인 부모, 가정적인 부모, 가정적인 부모, 민족적인 부모, 세계적인 부모, 하늘 땅의 부모의 이름, 부모를 중심 삼은 자식의 인을 내가 벽두하자. 자식의 영광을 찾게 한 거야.
So why are you following father and mother? Why are you following parents? So that it's because parents are going somewhere. So you, as a child, as children, the children are following parents wherever they go, whatever they do. This is what you're doing. So that you will be tying this way, this circumstances, that circumstances, this situation, that situation. Every kind of situation you become connected through heart with the true parents. Sometimes we're painful, sometimes we are unhappy, sometimes we are even disappointed in our own way. We shouldn't be, but we do. But then every way we go. We follow father and mother, and then we try to make a ties with the heart. So even father mistreat you, if father disappoint you, if the people will persecute you and discourage you to become a Muni, still everything you overcome and become to be connected with life to parents. That's what we are doing now. Sometimes we cry, and sometimes we mistreated, and sometimes we are happy to go, sometimes we're excited to go. But no matter what your feeling is, still we must tag along with the father before we can be a child. Well, as long as you tag along, as long as you have ties, then even though how unworthy we may be, how humble we may be, incapable we may be, wherever parents go victorious way, then we, being a child, can tag along everywhere. And used to sit down at the end of the table to join the feast.
그러다 쫓아내들 한다고. 그렇지?
And nobody can say, well, you are the children, all right, to the true parents, but then you're not worthy. And nobody can chase that. Worthy or not worthy, he still is a child of parents. Do you understand?
그런 부모의 심정, 부자지 관계를 개인에서, 국가에서, 세계, 영계에서 부자지 관계 인연이 끊을 수 없는 신정적 유대를 이 땅에서 맺어야 된다고요.
So this is one thing we must do while we have a physical body and on earth. Wherever we go, as long as we live here, and as soon as possible, we must make this tie with the true parents, no matter what situation, that never can be doubted, or that can never go wrong, that can never be disconnected. We have to make that solid tie with the true parents when every level, in an individual level, in the family level, in the national level, and even of the spiritual world level, we must make sure that our mind is tied with the true parents. Do you understand?
그래서 그럴 수 있는 좋은 찬스가 이때밖에 없다. 이때밖에 없다.
And now,
선생님과 더불어 뭐 연기가 총집중하는 너들이 하는데 이때밖에 없다. 이때밖에 없다.
And now is the only time, in fact. There are many years of history, but this is the only time for you, the best time for you to become tied, would have a heartful tie with the parents now.
그래서
Do you understand?
그 부모님하고 하나님하고 방에서의 일치가 된 날에는 얼마나 영광의 주제고 영광의 참전이한 거죠, 여러분 말이에요.
You must realize that how glorious it is, how glorious sortie it is really, when you go along with what Father desires and what God desires. If you go along with that, if you meet the expectation, then it's so glorious a sortie, you must know.
그러면 이 세 개의 문제가 뭐냐면 나라와의 군주와의 백성과의 부모 관계가 사회 단체장과 그 회사원 회사 사장과 회사고 부모 관계가 그게 다네. 그게 슬픔이요 고통이 되죠. 사랑이 없다니 사랑을 주는 부모 관계가 되니까.
Look at the world. We call the world as a bleak and with this misery and the sorrow, like the Bible says, there's sorrow everywhere in the world. What is that? Well, we see that. Here's an organization. Here's a president of the organization. They don't have this father and children, father and the children relationship. No heart, no love, and in the level of a nation, and in the level of a small company too. The president of the company and the members of the company have no heart ties. There's no love there. If there's no love, there's no relations between father and son, then there's no love. Then that's hell. And that's a misery, that's a sorrow. All are synonymous, all the same name.
그래서
Do you understand?
그러니까 금부가천 상무지가 됐죠. 본연의 세계에 가치 있는 것이 사랑을 두고 삼고 부자리 관계를 어느 분야에도 맺을 수 있는 자유의 천국이 된다. 내가 부자리 관계의 인연을 통해 가지고 연결된 그 세계다.
What we are doing now, the connecting all different directions and different ways to the original, the ties, original heart of father-son relationship. Wherever you go, in a family level, in one country, another country, wherever you go, we are doing this, following Father. This is what we are doing now.
그래서 무슨 말인데?
Do you understand?
그럴 수 있는 이것이 결정적 시대가 그런 최후의 시대에 우리가 와 있다는 거야. 그것이 최후의 전설이 됐다는 거예요.
And we are standing where on the last frontier where we can physically make these ties. After that, everything will become so spiritual.
응? 그 아버지 근심은 아들이 근심이지. 그래야지.
The father's trouble, what troubling father is, should be the the same troubling factor to sons and daughters.
그렇지?
Shouldn't it be?
아버지의 소원은 그 아들, 딸의 소원이 아니야.
Whatever father is desiring, his hope and his wish is the same, and is the same over the children. Children have the same faith and the same hope.
그날의 군왕의 소원은 국민의 소원이 아니야. 마찬가지지.
What king wishes in a country, and so are that's the same wish every citizen of that country has, every subject of that the country has.
세계 대왕의 그 아버지 하나님이라면 그 하나님 그 대왕의 소원이 그 세계의 소원이기 때문에 그 아버지의 소원이.
So the king has a certain wish, and all the subjects, all the citizens have the same wish, because here's a father's wish, and should be all children's wish is identical, same.
알겠어 무슨 말인지?
Do you understand?
너들이 그런 전통을 이어받아야 너들도 그와 같은 입장에 서가지고 참으로 써니가 되고 기기가 될 수 있는 거예요.
And for you as children, we must inherit that tradition directly from parents, through parents. And when we do that, only when we do that, then we become king, the sonny.
서로가 위하는 서로가 먼저 죽음을 대해서 서로가 위하는 세계다.
This is where there's a difficult thing, we'll fight to get that. I will do that difficult fighting. Then it say, no, you rest. I will do that. Here's the thing that we must do.
이런 세계를 망친 사탄 세계를 내교해가지고 천국의 세계로 유도할 수 있는 이런 때에 우리 출전해야 되는 사실을 해야 된다.
And the Satan messed all this the original order up. So now is the time that restoring all things is possible. This is why we have come to victorious sortie. So here we fight it to restore it again to the original order with God.
너들이 가고 싶은데 아버지가 따라다니고 아버지 가고 싶은데 너들이 마음대로 가. 그 따라다닐 수 있어. 그렇게 안 되지.
So we must be able to freely communicate with the parents. Wherever parents go, our heart automatically goes and try to do the same thing there. And likewise, whatever you are doing very hard, then father feels like going there and then look into what he's doing and then sort of do it together and give advice to do. And that kind of a heart we must have ready. Have we that ready now? If we don't, we must really, today is the day, and we must have a heart directed with Father. So you must know you have even the fight against that barrier. You must go through the barrier, over the barrier, then you come freely in and out of Father's heart.
그래서 영광의 승리자가 되는 것이 하나님을 아버지로 어디서든지 어떤 자리에서든지 어떤 계급에서 하나님을 아버지로 모실 수 있는 것이 영광의 날이다. 영광의 날.
So we talk about so much about glory. What is glory? Glory is when the glorious day will be the day where you can accept Father any time of the day, any event. You go and you welcome Him and you share directly, automatically with Him, freely. That's the glorious day.
그래서 하나님을 그렇게 모실 수 있어야 된다고.
When you become like that, when you serve God like that, when you treat God, when you are able to treat God like that, then that's the glorious day.
너 그래? 너도 그래? 너도
Are you like that today? Then we must get right quick on doing this.
승리해야 돼요. 승리해야 돼.
How can we do that? By we become victorious. The moment we become victorious, then we become like that automatically.
하나님 중에 제일 가치 있는 게 뭐냐면 아버지와 아들이요 그 가운데 사랑이다. 그게 무엇보다 제일 그거라고.
We must know one thing, and this one thing is sufficient. The other things are all the accessories. There's one thing leading to that. One of the thing is that most valuable thing in the world is Father and Son. It's relationship and the love dwelling there. That's all of the world, the meaning of the world.
그래서 무슨 말인지?
Do you understand?
그 사랑을 어제 높은 데는 지역이나 어디나 제한받지 않고 그 사랑권 내에 그 사랑과 같이 살 수 있는 것이 그 영광의 세계라.
Not just in limited circumstances. No, this Father, Son, love, everywhere. Difficult place, miserable place, But on the sorrowful place, on the other hand, the happiest time, the most glorious time, you know, the best the places, it can go anywhere.
그래서 너들 선생님 저 어려울 때 선생님이 나타나고 처음부터 멍석 가운데 가르쳐 주지.
When you undergo very serious difficulty, and when you try very hard, then Father appears to you in your dream and teach you something, doesn't he?
그 왜 그러냐 왜?
Why? Why does he do that?
응? 그 심정의 그 부자지 관계를 어디든지 부자지 관계인을 세우자. 어디든지 부자지 관계인을 세우자.
He's establishing the son, the daughter, or the son, the father, daughter, and the father-son relationship.
그래서
He's establishing that wherever you go, especially difficult place. Once you achieve that in difficult place, the easy place, it becomes automatic.
그러니까 이번 이 기간이 얼마나 주님을 알겠다고 영광에 출전한 거라고 출전해서 멋지게 싸워가지고 영광의 승리자가 돼가지고 어디 가든지 아들과 아버지의 권위를 내찾겠다 하는 이 싸움에 여러분이 동참했다는 것을 놀랍게 생각해야 되겠다. 응?
So you must be very much aware what kind of a war you're fighting now. You're fighting the war, the glorious sortie you come out, so that you become victorious, and so that you become tied with the parents in heart, and the father-son, and the father-daughter relationship, and become a glorious meeting with God.
최후의 격전.
And this is a last severe battle. You must actually willing to give up your life, and you must never feel that I will survive out of this battle. You cannot say that. You must really become that serious, and you must really become that determined.
나가 승리자가 됐다는 사람들 보자.
And those who will know for sure and become a victorious person at any cost, raise your hands.
하나님의 축복해줘. God bless you.
God will bless you. Let us have a prayer. Father, we find ourselves in an impossible position. We even hate to speak with our mouth. You, Father, our true Father and true parents on earth, has not come here to suffer like many people one time or another think they are supposed to suffer. Father, this is not so. The suffering is just the impossible thing. Father, but we witness to already. We witness you. We have been looking at you. You are full of love and full of burning desire to wish to get the God's will done. Father, you lived your entire life of almost 59 years. Just this one desire of get Father's will done, which is the same will of mankind. Father, you did it in such a desperate way that sometimes the explanation was not readily understood by man. So the man interpreted you many different ways. Father, forgive us all. Whatever one idea we had about Father, then you must forgive us because we repent so much. Father, also, we repent because we have not tried hard enough. You were going to give us such incredible blessing even to make ourselves worthy sons and daughters. Sometimes we did not understand that. Even now, some people are not so powerful enough to wish enough that we become sons and daughters of God. Forgive us of all things, Father, because this is really the worst sin of all, that children not willing to become the children of our parents. Now, Father, you introduce yourself and Father to us so that we can recognize you, how miserable, how unvaluable, how unvalued it is that one does not recognize his own parents. and don't even miss his own parents. Father, unfortunately, the physical world, many physical parents mistreated us. So the father's image is not really very acceptable to us. You took so much pain through the different language, through an interpreter. You have been trying to give us the idea what the true parents is like, what the true relationship father and children are like. Only through this tedious learning, we begin to see what the relationship of father and the children is about to be like. Father, we